Yeah, we spent a lot of time this fall. Probably over the last 3 or 4 months, I went to about 50 college games personally. I flew all over the country, and we've really expanded our recruiting network and our base. But we also know that there's some players that are missed in that process, and especially guys right here locally. And so we have these opportunities through these open tryouts where someone can come in and it gives them a legitimate chance to earn their way up the ladder into the team. And that's what we're hoping to find is, can we find another player or two that comes out of our local tryouts?
When you take a look at this roster and what you guys saw on the field last year, what did you learn most during that first year? I imagine it was a learning experience throughout the entire summer.
Yeah, absolutely it was. I mean, you learn what the level is, you learn what the competition is, even little things like where to stay and where to eat when you travel to these venues. There's so many pieces to it, and where we trained, what time we trained, all of these little things. And so our focus has always been on building the most professional organization that we can before we become a professional organization, and so that when we make that jump to the next level, we don't have to change everything all over again. And so that's from how we scout and identify players to how we train, where we eat, who we partner with for our conditioning and our rehab. All of those things were much further along this year than we were last year.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you've got one more year at this level before taking the jump, correct?
Yeah, and the exact time frame is some out of my pay grade and when that jump happens, but there's some things tied to stadium and all the things, the pieces that will fall in place. We will play for sure this summer at the USL2 level, and then whether it's a year or another year after that, I'm not sure yet, but we're moving in that direction.
What are you really looking for today? I mean, I imagine you've seen half the guys already. So what are some of the things that are standing out to you? And do you feel like the level of this team maybe now taking a step further now that you've got that base year under you?
Yeah, well, we hope that the team is going to take a jump. And that's not to say, because we had some very good players in the team last year. The difference, I think, this year is because my involvement has been all through the start to finish of the process. And so we were able to sit down, DeMarcus and I, in the office with a blank whiteboard and say, okay, how do we want to play?